2024 is already in March, time flies, and so far many games and new experiences have already been revealed. Still, this month is just beginning and the best is yet to come. Hey guys, Strider here, and today I'll show you the best games that will launch in March. Starting with Outcast: A New Beginning. Is a game that I confess I never played before, but the vast majority of the gamer community says that it is quite fun. We will be an elite soldier which has the opportunity to explore a world full of wild beauty and stunning visuals, and it looks like the experience is even more beautiful in this new game. In this experience, the players will explore an alien open world where the locals are being invaded by robot forces. The players will support these local aliens in their struggles and fight through battles against these invasions. One thing that caught my attention was the scenery and the visual details of the game. Inspired by the 1999 game, Outcast features third-person gameplay with varied combat and good freedom of customization in weapons and character skills.
You leave these unidentified monsters to me.
As expected, Alone in the Dark will be a reboot of the '92 game and will be the 7th title in the franchise. This game will be released on March 20th and for the new console generation in the PC, where the gameplay was improved comparing to the previous games. This time, the perspective is in third person with an over-shoulder perspective. The game's story is about a character named Emily and her companion Edward, who travel together to the Derrick's mansion, investigating the disappearance of Jeremy Hartwood, who is actually Emily's uncle. When it comes to having a mansion in a game, you already know what to expect, am I right? The player will deal with a disturbing environment and mysterious events in a mentally disabled home, while the player investigates these phenomena. These two will have to face the bizarre monstrosities of the Alone in the Dark universe. The best part about this is you will have both melee weapons and fire weapons to purge these pests. Let's see if these two can survive the outcome of all of this.
Don't let them get inside, Colbert. They're not the good kind.
Derceto isn't cursed or blessed. It's a battleground.
Maybe the Dark Man just likes it when you suffer.
Have you ever talked to a doctor about your condition?
This is madness!
Are you crazy? Fall on your knees, wear the mask, praise his name!
Welcome to the Madhouse, Detective.
Now, it's time to talk about Aloy in their search for the Forbidden West. Already presented on Sony consoles, it now appears on PC with maximum quality to show the platform's audience what it came for. This version comes together with the expansion Burning Shores and offers a new feature, the photo mode. This game is the sequel of the first Horizon, where Aloy will keep trying to find out what happened to the human race and why they live in such a dystopian future. Like the previous game, it has an open, amazing world with a third-person perspective. Now, with new mechanics and abilities, you will have a more prepared Aloy than ever to fight new machines and all the dangers that lie in way.
Open the gates, please. like the rebels just got a lot more firepower.
I have dug up a way to crush you like an insect.
And now, it's time to talk about Princess Peach Showtime. Nintendo is back with another platform game, with the quality and creativity that we have become attached to. And this time, Peach isn't the damsel in distress, she's the star of the game. Until now, we don't have any idea about the type of gameplay, but count for a family-friendly game with a platform action with different types of missions and minigames, and a lot of costumes, as expected from Nintendo. Next on the list, we will have another PlayStation exclusive. Rise of the Ronin puts players through Team Ninja's addictive experiences, which result in lots of beatings and brutal challenges. But now, things look a lot more promising than any other game the developer has made. Firstly, because Rise of the Ronin is an open world game including a very vast open world to be explored, making it the biggest game ever made in the history of Team Ninja. And there's more. When it comes to combat, that visceral approach that the developer always uses will be present in this game too, and with a very explorable world. We can now adventure both on foot and on horseback, or even using a glider, all this between sharp swords and deadly firearms. About the history, Rise of the Ronin puts us in the shoes of Matthew, a commodore of the naval force, who needs to prevent factions from dominating not only the port, but also the city. The game promises a very good narrative, in addition to, of course as you know, the Souls-like challenge that the game team knows how to do.
Without hesitation, without remorse. If the drum drives the rhythm, then the river directs the flow.
Let's do this together.
How many mountains must you move to alter the river below?
Taking on the role of a human guinea pig, Outlast Trials now launches on new generation consoles, previously released on PC. This terrifying new experience puts us in front of macabre scenarios, with the aim of going through a series of lethal test scenarios against humans. Let's say the idea of the game is similar to a reality show, where you and other players have to fight in order to survive and get out of that place full of nightmares. Played in first person, Outlast Trials has presented a very interesting look, conveying even more the idea of investigation in a fearful world. And one thing I can say, although the game brings something different to what we have seen in previous games in the franchise, the essence of Outlast is still very present. If you have always enjoyed that dense atmosphere of visceral horror present in the franchise, know that this game will keep you hooked for many hours of gameplay.
I need somebody who knows they deserve to suffer. I need somebody who can withstand anything. I need a nobody. But what I got was you. And when I see what you are capable of, I think you might be the one that shows this miserable world what freedom really means.
Speaking of promising open worlds of 2024, March is also the month of Dragon's Dogma 2, which promises to be great news from Capcom. After all, we know that the developer usually brings technical and narrative innovations to its sequels. It looks like this game won't be any different. Many say that the game will follow the story of the predecessor, but that's not exactly what was planned. Despite being announced as a sequel, the last showcase confirmed that Dragon's Dogma 2 will bring an entirely new story, set in a world parallel to the first game. When it comes to combat, it seems that players will have the freedom to improve their skills however they want. And when we talk about the open world, Capcom guarantee not only a vast territory, but also an incredible diversity of biomes and huge monsters for us to face. I don't want to say too much, but this game is one of the games I'm looking forward to most to play in 2024.
Charge and do. Here's my chance.
If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here?
When 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found.
Pitiable Arisen, why dost thou fight?
Arisen.
You need only believe in your own destiny, Arisen.
Show me the path thou wouldst walk.
That's it, guys. We are going to have a very busy month, and it doesn't stop here. We can also count on the presence of Open Roads, which will finally be released this month. At least I hope so, on 28th.
Whatever it is, I know we'll find it together.
The Thaumaturge, which is a Vampire-style game but with an isometric perspective and a turn-based combat.
Whose soul are you summoning tonight, dear madame?
I only know which one I'd prefer to banish. Shoo!
What the fuck? Who brought a demon into my joint? Although, hang on.
South Park Snow Day, which is the new game in the South Park franchise, and this time in 3D, and much more.
Yes! Yes! There's no king! It's a snow day!
Well guys, this is the end of the video. If you got this far, I want to thank you so much. This channel is a new project and both my partner and I would be very pleased if you could join our family here at Strider Hex channel. If you really liked the content and want to see more, don't forget to subscribe, as it's really important, and of course, like the video. Stay cool and I'll see you next time.